Here we are at A&G convention. I'm here with our good friend Richard Epcar. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's
Been quite a while since we've seen you.
How long has it been?
At least 3 years, I think.
3 years, yeah.
But
Well, I've been in jail in a Tijuana jail for 3 years, so that's why they haven't seen me. But it's another story that we'll get to.
on another tape.
That would be horrible, wouldn't it? My God. I don't even know why I say these things. Yes, go ahead.
Been a while since we spoke to you at last.
What was the last time we interviewed?
Otakon in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Otakon.
were at the dealer's room
Do
right
you know,
when it was
do you know the real reason I go to Otakon? This is true.
crab cakes.
I hope yes, that's right. I hope Jim Bowles isn't watching this, but that's true. The only reason I go to Otakon is they have the best damn crab cakes in the country.
That's correct. Now, were you surprised, or were you keeping count when you found out you had voiced over 300 characters?
It's probably closer to 4 now at this point, but it's been a lot of characters, and it's been wonderful. I'm one of the really fortunate ones that it just keeps getting better and better and better. In fact, on my way down to the panel today, I just got an email from my agent. They said they want me to do a lead in a new game. He said would Richard be interested in doing 6 sessions for this new game, doing the lead in the new game? Okay, all right, sure, why not?
I could squeeze it in.
So I've been very fortunate, and it just seems like the longer I do this, the more wonderful I mean, I get to do the Joker and Raiden, and I mean all these incredible characters that I would only as a kid I would dream of doing these characters. So I'm one of the lucky ones. I really am. I've been very blessed. Thank you, God, and it's been great.
Speaking of those video games, plenty of them. Tell us about the new Kingdom Hearts game.
The new Kingdom Hearts, God bless them. They keep bringing me back, those fools, and I love being part of this series. It's been wonderful, and in fact, I've got to tell you this great story, Kingdom Hearts. Originally Billy Zane did the first Kingdom Hearts, and I replaced Billy Zane, and I'm not really sure to this day what happened. I don't know if he was unavailable, if he wanted too much money, if he pooped in their salad. I'm not really sure what exactly happened with Billy Zane, but I know that they came to me and they hired me. And actually, I'm going to digress real quickly. The reason I got the part, do you know how I got the part?
I do not.
This is true. The guy who plays Ansem in Japan plays Batou in Ghost in the Shell. So the producer said, who plays Batou in Ghost in the Shell in America? And they said, well, Richard Epcar does, and that's how I got the part. So they cast me, and that's one of the few times in all of the 80 gazillion parts that I've ever done that I actually got cast and I didn't have to audition. Oh, great. How can we do this with this guy doing this stuff? You can't hear him? You can hear me on here? Okay. All right. Can I kill him? All right, I'm going to tell you a great story. Okay, shut the hell up. Anyway, I went in to do the second game, which was Kingdom Hearts 2. And I went in, and there was 6 Japanese clients in the booth, and there's 6 people from Disney in the booth. And I would do a line, and they would say, just a minute, and then they would talk amongst themselves for 5 minutes. And then the engineer would come on the talk back, and he'd say, can you do that a little slower? And I would do the line a little slower, and they would talk amongst themselves. Just a minute. And then it was making me crazy. So then they come back on the line and say, can you do that a little faster? And this went on all day long, and I was like ready to jump off a cliff by the end of this. So we finally took a break, and I took the engineer aside. I said, how did Christopher Lee put up with this? He said they did it to him once. And he said, all right, I'm going to tell you how we're going to do this. I'm going to read this script from the top to the bottom, and then I'm going home. And I thought, how cool is that? I wish I could do that. But now I've done about 6 or 7 of them, so maybe I can do that next time. So, yeah. But they've been a lot nicer to me after that one, so, it's been great. I love doing Kingdom Hearts. The fans are the greatest in the world. They really are. The Kingdom Hearts fans are wonderful. I love you guys, and they've been just wonderful to me, so.
And how about the current game of the year, Skyrim Elder Scroll 5?
Skyrim. Oh, my God. That's game of the year. And it's been such a pleasure to work on these. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, as I go on, I keep doing better and better stuff. And Skyrim Elder Scrolls 5, Game of the Year. It's a huge, huge game. And I remember I was at, I'm in a movie called Broken Spirits. And this is an on-camera thing, and I play one of the leads in it. And we were promoting the film at Anime Expo, and we're having dinner, and I'm looking at this building next to me, and there's 3 huge buildings with a billboard that goes across all 3 buildings. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what the hell is that for? And I'm going, oh my God, it's Skyrim. And it was my game that I have, and I'm going, oh my God. It was like, and I thought, they should pay me more money. But it was unbelievable. I mean, this game is huge, and it's really, really nice to be part of that game. Plus, the fighting game of the year is Mortal Kombat, in which I play Raiden in. And let's just turn off the lights on that. Let's turn them on again.
Really? That was my next question.
What, the French toast?
The French toast. No. The fighting game of the year, Mortal Kombat.
See you, my friend. How long has it been? It was really at Otakon was the last time I saw you? Yeah. Wow. That's like, how long ago was that?
At least 3 years, I think. And if you remember, the deal...
I think it's been 5 years. Yeah.
That was the last time
I haven't had a good crab cake in 5 years. Jim Bowles, bite me back. I will find you. You can always find Jim. He's a big guy, and he wears Hawaiian shirts, so he's easy to find.
Now that fighting game of the year, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
You've played
Raiden.
You played Raiden for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes. Well, I played him in 2 games,
Okay.
and I don't know. Maybe he might return, but I can't say.
Now, not only video games, but some anime as well. What can you tell us about Nickelodeon's new Avatar: Legend of Korra?
Yes, this is very exciting. Very exciting. Not as exciting as a guy tuning up his bass guitar, but we are going to be doing this wonderful series, which is the sequel to Avatar. And I'm going to dance while I'm saying, because it's just so cool. And I'm in this thing, and it's Avatar: Legend of Korra, and I am so thrilled to be part of this show. Unfortunately, I can't tell you what part I play right now, because I'm under an NDA, but I am in it, and we've recorded several shows, and I think they've got an order for another 13. So we are over the moon with this thing.
Will it be on very soon?
I hope so. And what I've seen of it, I've seen just a little bit of it. It looks phenomenal. I mean, it really looks great. And I'm working with Andrea Romano, one of the greatest directors in Los Angeles. So, I mean, it's really fantastic. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Speaking of anime.
I'm doing my sexy look. Is it working? Okay, good. All right.
How far has anime come since your work on the original Robotech to the new Shadow Chronicles, where you've had some director credits?
It's come a long way. I mean, when I first started out, my wife and I, Ellen Stern and I, started out doing this stuff in Robotech. I mean, it seems like a million years ago, and you got to remember that was like in the 80s. And we would go at late at night, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, we heard lots of these stories.
Yeah, and we'd be sleeping on the stairs and the halls, and I mean, it was crazy. So, and it was basically, we didn't think much of it. We thought, oh, here's this little show we're doing, and it blew up. So who knew, And I was thrilled to work. Let's turn the lights off on this, because you don't want to see me while I'm talking about this anyway. I was thrilled to be asked to co-direct the original animation Shadow Chronicles, which they did, and I hope they do more of them. Unfortunately, they had a bunch more planned, but because of this Robotech thing they're doing now with the Warner Brothers, they're basically putting all the animation on the back burner. So I'm hoping that they'll be doing a lot more of that stuff.
I got some fun questions for you. Okay. Ready? Yeah. If Bateau from Ghost in the Shell was a real-life actor, yeah, what role or character would he play in a Bond movie?
Oh, that's an interesting... Well, I guess he would... Well, but he's a good guy. I mean, he's a cop, so I don't know. I mean... But he would make a hell of a bad guy, wouldn't he? He'd make a hell of... I don't think Bond could get away from him. He could beat the crap out of Jaws, no sweat. So I don't know. Bateau's one of those characters that I feel a real affinity towards, and I played him since the beginning. I played him in the movie, in the series, and all the other movies, and I just he's one of my characters that I really love, and you get a few of those over the course of doing this work. And there's a few of them that you really feel an affinity towards. Ziggy is another one in Xenosaga that I feel a real affinity towards, and I was really sad that I wasn't able to do the series because they recorded it in Texas, and that was one I feel bad about. But listen, it wasn't meant to be. You can't dance at every wedding. But Bato's a great character. I would love to do him. I'd love to do him. I would get bulked up. I would build myself. I would love to play him in live action. I'd love to do Bato for real. So him and Jigen, he's another one I would love to do. Yeah.
I'll reverse this question.
Yes.
How would James Bond do an anime series? Could it work?
Well, I don't know about that. We'll have to find out about that. I don't know. I'm not sure. It might not work so well, actually, now that I think about it. Although there'd be plenty of boobs, that's for sure. Yes.
Turning to your family, your wife Ellen is currently working on Exit the King. How are the reviews looking so far?
Oh my God, she is getting such great reviews for this show, and she has worked her butt off. I mean, my wife really is an amazing actress. She is, and she's an incredible stage actress. And she's. I really hope that she gets noticed from this because she deserves it. She's worked her little fanny off, and I should know because I cue her every night for the show. And she's literally got like 90 some pages of dialogue and pages. I mean, she's got 4 or 5 pages of these speeches that she makes, and she's amazing. I just to learn those lines alone is unbelievable, and she does a great job. She really is terrific, and she loves. Yeah, I mean, that's her love. She loves doing stage and film and she's got some films coming out. She's been very busy, which has been good. Yeah, she's been a busy little beaver.
Now, your children are very talented, too. Tell us what they are up to and how they are doing.
My son, Jonathan, we're very proud of him. Our son, I should say, is in a band called Carney. And
Good cue.
Carney is the lead singer, Reeve Carney, is playing Peter Parker, Spider-Man on Broadway. Oh, I thought they were going to... I thought they were going to, yes. My son and the other band members are playing the music for the show, and they just opened for U2 in Canada a couple of months ago, so they're doing really well. My daughter is an amazing singer. I mean, she is a phenomenal singer, and she's been playing around Los Angeles at different clubs with her band, and she's incredible. And I have to put a plug in for our band, the LA River Band. And actually, we've been playing a lot of clubs, and we're going to be playing at the House of Blues March 24th. At 8 o'clock in the Parish Room, so we're very excited about that. We played a lot of really good venues. We played the Viper Room, we played House of Blues, we played Molly Malone's. So we've been, and that's my the thing that I do for therapy. Basically, I'm a drummer, and I get to sing a lead on some of the songs, and so it's been for me. That's my relaxation, And
the whole family loves music.
We're very creative. I was hoping our kids would become lawyers and doctors because Ellen and I are actors. I figured, well, they'll go the opposite way because that's, all lawyers and doctors' kids want to be actors and musicians. But no, they had to be musicians and actors. But and my daughter's a very good actress too. So, hopefully they'll, they just love that work. So it seems like they're kind of following in our footsteps. So, they're good kids.
Any current or upcoming projects you could talk about this time? I know at the opening ceremonies you talked about an audiobook you did.
Yes, I just did an audiobook called White Eyes. It's a Doc Savage novel. I play 40 different characters in it, and I do the narrator also. And the tough thing about doing an audiobook was when you do this work like in games or anime, you go and you play one character all the way through. With a book, the characters come and go as you're reading it. So that was really tough because you have to remember, oh my God, what does this guy sound like? What does that guy sound? And then there's women in there. You got to do the women's voice. So it's kind of nutty, and by the end of it, your head's about ready to explode. But I'm very proud of this book. I think it came out really well, and I'm doing more of them. I've got a bunch more they want me to do, those fools. So I'm going to be doing more of those, and I've got Avatar, Legend of Korra coming out, which I'm very happy about. I've got a bunch of incredible games that I'm working on, which unfortunately I can't talk about. I just got the lead in some new game I just told you about, and So that's what's going on in my world. I've just been very, very busy, thankfully.
Good. Plenty of work for you.
Yeah, and this movie, Broken Spirits, that hopefully will be coming out in the spring. I play one of the leads, and then I play a shaman named Godric, and I had just a blast working on that. And we have some voice actors in the movie as well, some other voice actors, and so that was great. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Yeah.
Thanks so much for taking time out to talk with us, Sarah.
It's a pleasure. It's always great seeing you. And I hope next time it's in Baltimore so we can get some crab cakes, because
Jim.
I've got a hankering for some crab cakes.